What's up? What's up? What's up? It is your most motivating coach, Coach Walt. I'm here with another lunchtime lift. Man, today is a day I am about to get ready to address something that is been up and down my timeline for probably like the past 7 days, and I've even answered questions on a personal level concerning this particular topic. If you know, yesterday we talked about positioning. Today actually kind of plays into positioning of sorts, but I'm not going to really continue this particular teaching until this evening. This evening, I'm going to come back and I'm going to focus on wisdom. So tonight's motivational moment will be about wisdom. But right now, I want to talk about something that has been up and down my timeline for probably the past several days. Even something I talked to my wife about even recently, and it's something that I actually like to talk about on a regular basis. So we want to talk about the difference. We want to talk about jobs versus careers. And so a lot of people would dare say that they are one and the same, and they're not. Me myself personally, and I'm talking to get myself to clear my board. And I only leave this stuff up here so y'all can kind of see what happened on yesterday. A lot of people would like to argue that they are one and the same, and they're not. Jobs tend to be for people who are just looking for income. I need to make money. I need fast money. I need money now. So I'm going to go find a job. Doesn't really matter what they pay as long as I'm getting money. Very few people are interested in developing into careers. So what we want to do is I want to put my main heading as, job versus career, because that's what we're going to discuss today. Boom, job versus career. So as I said previously, a lot of people would like to put themselves in a position where they believe that they are both one and the same, and they're not. Most of the time, and I'm sorry y'all, I'm setting my timer because I really only I want to keep my lives to a certain limit, so as not to overdo. So a lot of people feel like that they're the same. So I want to really highlight this very quickly. And I want to show you a very powerful principle. A job is what I do. Okay? That's very plainly put. A job is what I do. So when someone hires me to do a job, it's simply because they're hiring me for a particular skill set, just because I have the ability to do something. So a job is what I do. So for the majority of people who work jobs, they're only doing it just because it's what they do. They're doing it for a paycheck. That's all that they really care about, money. So I jump on a job because I care about income. I just need money. I need something to do. So I'm going to go find a job. But here's the difference. A career is who I am. I want to say that again. A career is who I am. When people say, I need a career change, you don't need a career change. You want a job change. 90% of the time, what happens with people who say, I need a career change, and I hope y'all can see this, 90% of the time, what happens with people who need a career change is they're burnt out with where they are. That is a clear indication that you're not in a career, you're in a job. And I'm about to show you why. I'm really about to teach you why this is a living, breathing, existing principle. My job is what I do. My career is who I am. A career is defined by Google Dictionary as working permanently in or committed to a particular profession. So in order for me to commit to my profession, I cannot commit to what I'm not passionate about. I'm going to say that again. I can't commit to what I'm not passionate about. That's why most of us don't have careers. most of us have jobs and we believe we have careers. But as soon as you get tired at your job that you assume is a career, you're ready for it to change. You can't be tired of what you're passionate about. I can't grow weary. I can't grow out of love with something that I'm passionate about. Why? Because what I'm passionate about, it drives me. What I'm passionate about, that's what causes me to breathe. What I'm passionate about, that's what gives me life. My job doesn't give me life. I just do it. But my career, that's who I am. That's what I'm passionate about. And I can't grow out of love with what I'm passionate about. That's why those of you who are saying you need a career change, you don't need a career change. You want a job change. Because when I'm in my career, I'm in my element. When I'm in my career, I'm in my love. When I'm in my career, I'm driven, I'm driving. One thing about being driven to do something is it's just like your vehicle. I can own my vehicle and I can drive it every day. And I can let someone else borrow my vehicle and someone else can drive it. But at the end of the day, the vehicle still belongs to me and I'm the main driver. That's a career. I'm the driver. I'm driven by what I'm doing, passionate about it. I'm not just in it because it can or cannot make me a bunch of money, but I'm in it because somewhere along the lines, I'm impacting somebody else. Somewhere along the lines, I'm impacting a culture. Somewhere along the lines, I'm impacting another generation. Somewhere along the lines, I know that there's someone watching me do what I do what I'm passionate about, do what I'm fulfilled in doing, and they're benefiting from me doing what I'm doing. That's passion. That's a career. That's a career. I hope y'all are getting this, and I really get stirred up about this because this is something that I struggled with for a long time. All right, so I want to give y'all something. Very, very quick, a very quick formula. Am I still in time? Yes, I am still in time. I want to give y'all a very quick formula. Production, watch this, and I want to give y'all this. I want to write it down so if you want to take notes, you can. Production is the end result, watch this, is the end result of passion, presence, and persistence. And I'm about to show you why. And please ignore my terrible handwriting. Production is the end result of passion, presence, and persistence. In order for me to produce to the full level or the full extent, the full amount that I can produce in my career, not my job, in my career, in order for me to produce to the maximum result, I have to be passionate about it. But not only do I have to be passionate about it, I have to be present. It's one thing for me to just exist at my place of work, but it's another thing for me to be present. My presence makes everyone else better. My presence makes everyone else want to work harder. My presence makes other people enjoy being around me. My presence makes other people just as driven to do what I do as I am. That's presence. If you're going to work and you wake up in the morning trying to figure out whether or not I need this job, that's a job. That's not a career. If you're waking up every morning dreading going where you're going, that's not a career. That's a job. If you're waking up every morning trying to figure out if you really need the money that you're getting where you are, that's a job. That's not a career. You're not present. You're just there. There's a difference between my existence and my presence. There's a difference. When I exist, I'm just there. The song says, your body's here with me, but your mind on the other side of town. You're not present, you're existing. Your body's at your place of work. Your body's where you are, but your mind is focused on something else. You're not passionate about it. That's a job, that's not a career. Presence. When I'm present, I'm fully involved. My mind is there. My thoughts are there. My heart is there. My focus is there. My body is there. I'm interacting. My hands are involved. My feet are involved. My body is involved in what I'm doing. That's presence. And if you're just existing at your place of work, that's a job. That's not a career. So next is persistence. So the dictionary lets us know that persistence is the ability to push through in times of difficulty. I could go on and on about that. Persistence is the ability to push through in times of great difficulty. So there is something about my career that I'm passionate about. That passion drives me to be present. That present drives me to be persistent. It drives me to get through times when I'm not 100% sure if the outcome is going to be what I want it to be. When I'm not 100% sure if I'm influencing who I'm supposed to be influencing. When I'm not 100% sure if the effort and the time and the momentum and the devotion that I'm putting into what I'm doing is going to yield the expected results. But in the midst of difficult times, I remain persistent. Persistence. And persistence, watch this, and persistence gives yielding result to a very special word I love: consistency. When I learned, I think I'm about to go over time. Okay, I got time. So, persistence gives way, and excuse me being vocal, I'm passionate about this. And persistence is the breeding ground for consistency. So persistency is the breeding ground. It's the land that I sow seeds into that grow into plants and a harvest of consistency. Because if persistence is my ability to push through times of difficulty or times of adversity, if that's the word you choose to use, if persistence is the thing that gets me through difficult times, those difficult times teach me how to address and how to conquer and how to build in the middle of difficulty. That building, that ability to pursue in the middle of difficulty develops a place of strategy internally that teaches me to be consistent. Watch this now. Consistency, watch this, is stability or continuity. So my consistency literally is my trait that I've developed out of being persistent that teaches me to be one way for an extended amount of time. And so the problem with most of us is that we're on our jobs, we're not consistent because we're not persistent. That's a job. But in my career, I understand I have to be persistent because my passion drives my persistency. I can't quit in times of difficulty because I'm too passionate about it. There's a fire on the inside that will not die until I accomplish the mission. That's persistence. But when I realize that I can't just stop without conquering my mission, I develop a plan of action that causes me to remain stable in my pursuit of an end result. That's consistency. So persistence, stop hollering at the people. I'm going to try. So persistence is the breeding ground for consistency. Me learning how to be strong, how to persevere in the middle of difficulty is going to be the breeding ground that's going to teach me how to remain stable in the midst of difficulty, which brings me to the level of consistency. Chemically, and I want to give y'all this real powerful nugget before I get off of here. I think I'm almost at time. I am. Consistency, chemically, when we talk about chemically or biological composition, consistency is the, this is good. Consistency is the ability of a liquid to hold together. It's chemically speaking, consistency is the ability that a compound has to hold together. And this is what's so powerful about that. I see so many people, and this is so good. I see so many people jumping into business and jumping into certain fields, and they're excited about it because they progress at a fast rate or they're doing really well in it, and they're excited about it. So now they're like, I'm hitting the ground running, I'm doing my thing, and I've got the sauce. But the problem is you don't have sauce, you got sewage, because the potential that you have inside of you, you're wasting it because you're jumping into a job that you're not passionate about. And just because you're excelling on a job, you're waking up every day, going home every evening unfulfilled, going home every evening unfulfilled, going home every evening not 100% sure if you want to keep doing this. That's not sauce, that's sewage, because that's a waste. If you notice, when you look at sewage, it has pieces in it. It can break apart. You can drain it and strain it and separate it. But there's something about sauce. It's sauce is too thick. You can't separate it. It's got too many ingredients. It's sat too long to develop too much flavor. You don't have sauce, you got sewage. Because you got wasted potential. I can separate your happiness from your place of employment. That's sewage. That's a waste of potential. But there's something about my career that should be so attractive to me. It should drive me so hard that you can't separate my love. You can't separate my affection. You can't separate my motivation, my intensity. You can't separate it from what I know I'm called to do. That's a career. That's sauce. You can't strain gravy. You can't strain barbecue sauce. You can't strain the flavor.
Packing the mail, it's gone. Shit like I smell cologne. Yeah, I just signed a deal.
You can't strain the flavor. I'm sorry for a brief interruption. You can't strain flavor. You can't extract my flavor. You can't separate my sauce. That's the difference. What you got, that's sewage. That job, that's sewage. Because you can separate your happiness from what you do. In your career, you can't separate your passion, your fire, your intensity. You can't separate that from what you do. So I want to ask you, is it the fact that you need a career change? Or are you just working a job and don't even know it? It is your most motivating coach, Coach Walton. I pray that this has blessed you. Peace.